Now members, let us see what happens if we have this. Now, I'm concentrating so much on fractional or rational functions. So they give us that, find the minimum and maximum value of the following. Now they give us this and so on. Now what we do, we first get the maximum and minimum values of x, y, and z. And I think remember this process, we calculate the maximum absolute error in x. Then to get a maximum, you get this plus this. To get a minimum, you get this minus that. That's how we get to that. And also y and z. Now, we let t be our function. This on the first one. This is over y. This is over y, not z. Let me correct that for you. So if let it, after letting it be over that, this is over y. After letting it over y, now what happens? We first calculate the value of this thing. We want to know is it positive or negative. And now, good enough, it's already a positive. Now what happens? To get the maximum, we maximize this, we minimize this. Substituting in the values, that's what you get. To get the minimum, we minimize this and maximize this. The maximum of y is this is the maximum of y, and the minimum of y is here. Then the maximum, when we come out to this one, we first let it be t, so that we know the value of t. T is positive, that's what I mean by t is greater than 0. How do we get the maximum? We maximize this, we minimize this. Maximize that, we maximize now a fraction, we say maximize this, minimize this. And now to minimize this, we say we get this minimum, that minimum, that's what we have after substituting in there. I think to not waste time, you just press these things on the calculator, then press calc, just punch in the value for it. You may have in x over y, then press when x is this, then y, when you press equals to bring you y, then you say this times this, then press equals, that's when you get the values as much as possible, as easier, as fast as possible. The mean of this, we say, we minimize down the numerator and maximize the denominator. And if we have a product which is being maximized, we maximize this and maximize this, that's what we have been. That's why you see this is maximum, but this is minimum according to the values of x and y. When we have now this, you see we first get this, we know the sign. It's now positive, meaning we treat it normally, maximize this, we maximize this, then we minimize this. If it, you see now we have this as a fraction, now we minimize this. That's what we've been doing there. Now to maximize this, you get this maximum plus this maximum. To minimize this, you get this mean, and then you maximize this. That's what we have there, and that will be the answer. Now, minimize this, because this is our t. To minimize it, now we minimize up and maximize down. To minimize this, because it's a sum, we are adding, to this we minimize this and we minimize this. Now this is max. To maximize now, maximize this and minimize this, so that what we are subtracting off is very small, so that the result is big. Substituting them there, that's the answer we get. Now, the idea is here when we have a negative. When we calculate this one is negative, this, when you put in, so t is less than 0. Meaning, we say that to maximize this, we can easily factorize out to negative. When I factorize out to negative, this one becomes negative, and y becomes a positive. When you multiply back, this and this, we get negative y, negative, we get a positive. Now, what happens? To maximize now this, you have to minimize this. I think remember that lesson in 4. Now, to minimize now this fraction, you minimize this and maximize this, and then the rest I think it's very okay. Then the value you get is multiplied with the negative. So I think we start this one is the maximum compared to this, because this one is smaller and this is in magnitude, I mean magnitude. So negative this, that. Now to get the minimum, we said we maximize if it's negative. So now, to maximize this, and minimize this. To maximize this, you get this maximum, minus, now we minimize this. To minimize this, you get this minimum, plus that minimum. And that's what we have there, and that is the answer there. So I think members, we have everything, I think, almost exhausted. If not, I think that's what we have. Now, the next lesson we are going to see propagation of errors. See you there.